What's up, everybody from the YouTubes? This is John from the internet, and it's a Wednesday. Hope you all having a great day. I'm just going to jump into it because today is a very busy day. We are planning a massive, maybe not massive, a big update, which was supposed to go live Tuesday. Did not do it. There's some last minute changes and updates and issues, but we are going live tomorrow with a big update on my product and the company that I'm working on. So I'm really excited about that. But what I am most excited about is the fact that we as a team have become much more aligned in the process of updating our software and in our community and all of the systems and all the workflows and all the processes that are involved with updating a piece of software online. And I love that. I love the feeling and the sense of progress, right? There's just, you know it when you see it, you know what it tastes like, and it's an incredible euphoric thing. I think in all spheres of life, right? When you experience progress, when you experience building momentum and speed, whether it's professionally, whether it's relationally, I think we all know what that's like. Hey, that date was great. I bet the next one is going to be better, and you're gaining momentum, gaining speed. It's exciting, right? And you're obsessed with the next event and making it even better. Honestly, so much of startup life, so much of startup world, and so much of managing and surviving this startup economy and culture is just momentum management. Are you building momentum with your product? Are you building momentum with your finances, right? Revenue. Are you building momentum around your capital raise, right? If you're raising venture capital. Are you building momentum around your marketing and your go-to-market strategy and your hiring plan? And is your pipeline growing? So much of the health of an early stage company can be actually diagnosed by its momentum and the qualitative and quantitative parts of how you might calculate that. But anyway, so there's this unbelievable sense that we're getting better as a team. And every person on the team has hardened their skills and are just getting better at doing what they're supposed to be doing. And we're all kind of alignment. So I wrote this epic blog post this morning around team alignment. I'll link it below if you're interested. But just kind of top of mind thoughts around team alignment and how that's so important. And that's honestly what I live for. Because my job is not to do everything. My role is not to beat people over the head and say, do this. My job is to unblock them. My job is my entire job is to make sure that the people on my team have an incredible lifestyle. Especially with the work that they do in the organization that we're designing. That's really all I'm obsessed with. The question in my head, as I think upon the folks that I work with, is, are they happy? Are they happy? Like, the work that they're doing, the role, the size of the role, the responsibilities, the size of the responsibilities, the amount of the responsibilities, the tools that they have, the environment that they're in, like, are all of those things working together in concert, collectively, to optimize the time that they have to be the most fruitful? And I think there's a very clear relationship between things that are working and happiness. And so that's what I'm obsessed about these days. But that's not really what I wanted to talk about. I just got on a soapbox because I'm so excited about building a company. What a privilege, what an honor. But the one thing what I really want to talk about was just a true opportunity that I think most people either are not aware of, or they are, and then for whatever reason they decide not to execute against that opportunity. So I had a number of coffee meetings yesterday with a number of with folks, some early, younger guys and gals who are starting their first companies. I went to a networking event recently and met some new folks, and a bunch of them wanted to follow up with me, which is great. I'm always open for that, if my time can allow it. And so I'm sitting with a bunch of these folks yesterday, and a handful of them were first time founders. Some of them were putting together their first like serious project as a founder, and I get super jazzed about that. There's very little there are very few things that I get more excited than meeting a fresh entrepreneur, and they're wide-eyed and bushy-tailed, I guess is the phrase. They have all this energy and all this enthusiasm, and they don't have enough empirical data. They don't have enough real experience, and so, but the world is their oyster. Like they can do anything, and it's limitless. You get this overwhelming sense of I could do anything, and it could be successful, and that's an aphrodisiac for sure, and that's why I think I enjoy meeting younger folks and entrepreneurs. They just give me so much energy and life. So that's the first thing: is all of us should be spending more time with younger folks. Besides older folks, we definitely need more to spend time with more older folks, get mentorship and coaching for sure. You need to do that, but you need to be mentoring other folks and spending and taking all that you have and all that you know about whatever it is that you know, and you need to be giving that away as much as you possibly can. And that's the point. That's the point of this vlog. If you skip the first 7 minutes, this is what it's really about. Is you have this unique, rare, but important responsibility and opportunity to export everything that you know to the next generation. And I'm very serious about this. I don't think we do it enough. But as I sat there yesterday encountering these young, incredibly talented, motivated folks, but knowing that they didn't have the wherewithal, the experience, we have to make them better. We have to accelerate them. We have to ensure that they do a vastly better job at company building than we did. And if you're too prideful, if you're too arrogant, if you feel like the world owes you something and that you earned it, and that everyone else has to repeat that same process that you went through because no one gave you a bone, that ain't right. That ain't right. So this topic dawned on me yesterday because a young gentleman who I'd met with, when I was meeting, he was like, I can't believe that you're giving, this is such a gift. That's the word he used. And I looked at him and I was like, I guess, but like this is how it should be. When you encounter someone who is 10 years your senior, 20 years your senior, who has done essentially what you're trying to do, in a weird way, you should expect them to give you everything. Maybe that's pompous. Maybe you shouldn't do that. But there is a degree in which I think when I meet with other folks, let's start there. When I meet with older gentlemen and other older women who are clearly much more experienced, much more talented than me, obviously, when I meet with them, there is a desire, a hunger. I want to know what you know. Tell me, like, what can I do to get that access to that information? And why should I have to fight for it? Why do I have to really, like, seriously dig? Help me be the best version of myself so that I can have a much more positive, outsized impact on my team, my organization, my partners, right, my stakeholders, the world. And I literally said this to the young man. I said, if I can't make you better, if I don't increase the odds of success, which are infinitesimally small already, then I'm making the world a much more poorer, sadder, dismal, negative place. Because the solutions, the problems that you're trying to solve they're not going to impact me. They're going to impact my children. They're going to reap the benefits the positive benefits of the work that you're doing. And I have an important part to play in the transfer of knowledge and wisdom to those people, so that it kind of loops back around and impacts my kids, my progeny. It impacts my kids, right? And that's going to be my legacy. It's an important part of my legacy is I want people to know that John Saddington is a person that will give all of his experience and knowledge and wisdom to you for free. There's no bartering, there's no trading, there's no tit for tat, no quid pro. Yeah, there's none of that. I legitimately want to just give you everything I know, because I told this gentleman, the same guy, as well, said, what does that do for me? Just holding on to all that information. It serves, it has zero purpose. It's just sitting there, idle, unused, creating zero value. There's no return. So I'm like, dude, whatever you want. So anyway, so we were walking through, he's starting to kind of go through the process of fundraising. He's never really done it before. That's in a completely opaque process to begin with. So like, who the fuck knows how to raise venture capital if this is the irony in startup world and Silicon Valley world is there's so much material. There's so much written material on how to do all of this, and yet still no one has a fucking idea how to do it. Like, so how does that happen? It's because most of the advice and most of the blog posts are absolute dog shit. They're self-congratulatory, pat yourself on the back, I'm fucking awesome, and you just sit there and read about my success and my latest conquest. And I'm going to try to create some sort of overtones and maybe some undertones or whatever of education and me teaching you something. But really, this is more of a, hey, I'm fucking awesome and you're not, and there's no way you're going to know, figure this out. And I think this is so sad. Rather, what I want to be able to do is I want to flip that, and I want to become known for being an entrepreneur, a fellow operator who's like, whatever you need, man. It's already hard as fuck to make this work. We have to increase the odds. We collectively need to increase the odds of not just success, but let's just start with survival. If we increase the odds of survival, then maybe we'll be around enough to be successful or to achieve some sort of modicum of success. But we have to do this together. So that's really the soapbox, and I have soapbox for a while. I apologize. But wherever you are, this is the point, and then I'll be done. You need to be exporting your wisdom, your knowledge, your experience. Call it mentorship, call it coaching. I don't give a fuck what it is, but you need to be giving it away. And if you're not actively giving it away consistently, then you're missing out on a huge part of life. Right? The continued transferge of knowledge and wisdom is what we all have to do to make this a better place to live, to work, yada, yada, yada. So that really is it. But I was reminded of that viscerally yesterday. I thought I need to soapbox for a little bit on it, and that's what I'm doing. But love your thoughts, like mentorship, coaching, sporting knowledge, wisdom, transference of information, like legacy, topics about legacy. What are your thoughts around that? And when was the last time that you intentionally sat down with someone, older or younger, and just said, hey, let me give you everything I know? Try that next time and just see what their response might be. Like literally open it up, if you have a new conversation or you're meeting someone the first time, just try this and tell me how it works. After all the pleasantries, after you get your coffee, your tea, you guys sit down, you say, your intro statements or whatever, be like, hey man, I just want to set this thing square. Over the next 50 minutes, my goal is to give you everything that I know about whatever you need. And then just shut the fuck up. Just sit there and just see what their response is. And let me know. I'd love to know how that works. All right, so that's it. I gotta get some work done and jump back up in this. But love you guys. Thank you for listening to my rant, and I will see you guys online. All right.